Neighbors that in here, I have the unenviable task of bringing closing remarks to this convention. Now, it seems as if it was a short while ago that I stood on the stage in Korea, accepting the GPC flag to bring it to Atlanta. Oh, what a year it's made. But I can say to you that it's been my great honor and indeed a very humbling experience for me to have been the co-chair serving alongside my good friend, Dr. Robert Schuller. And I had an opportunity to speak to Dr. Schuller prior to coming up here, and there are a few things that we would like to leave with you before the conclusion of this convention. First, let me just say thank you to Dr. Moon and his lovely wife for agreeing to bring this convention to Atlanta. But it is our hope that this convention has created a greater understanding of some of the issues confronting all of us in the world that we live in. At the very least, it is our hope that you recognize that we are all, as Dr. King said, caught in that inescapable network of mutuality. It is our hope that the time and this personal investment that each of you have made in this conference will yield even greater results when you leave. I am not talking about ROI or EBITDA or even asset appreciation, but I am talking about the kind of appreciation that you can gain for bringing light to a dark part of the world or even in a village. I'm talking about that kind of appreciation that you can have by bringing potable water to a small shanty town. I'm talking about that kind of appreciation that you can glean from this convention for bringing peace to a nation that are torn by political turmoil. It is our hope that each of you have gained a deeper understanding of the city that I love so very much that I call my home. Atlanta is indeed the birthplace of the civil rights movement. And those of us that grew up during the civil rights era, and I may add that I am just old enough to have experienced it, by the way, recall the movement in a descriptive term as if we were all been touched by a king. A good friend of mine, Dr. Joseph Lowry, who turned a young 91 just a few short months ago, who co-founded the SCLC alongside Dr. King, shared with me, he said, Senator, so there's not a day in my life where I don't remember the time that I spent with Dr. King. I've been blessed in my life to have known some of the greatest civil rights icons in this city, like Dr. Joseph Lowry, like C.T. Berrien, and even be able to call Ambassador Andrew Young a friend. Ambassador Young is a little bit younger than Dr. Joseph Lowry. He turned a young 80 a few more months ago. But even Ambassador Young shared with me that it's not a moment that he too does not feel the spirit of Dr. King. Now, during this moment that we've shared together here in Atlanta, we all have had this opportunity, Dr. Moon, to have participated in this Global Peace Convention, to have been charged by Elder Bernice King to seize this moment to work to create a new paradigm of peace in the world. She went on to tell us that this paradigm must be built around the principles and values and the vision of all nations, of all people, and all families serving under one God. Now that we have been touched by Elder King, let me just ask all of you to accept her challenge, because we would like to leave you with the gift that Dr. King gave to us so many, many years ago. You see, this is our duty and this is our responsibility as being torchbearers. And now that we've had this opportunity to share together, we are all torchbearers to carry the message of peace, of love, of nonviolent social change that's the cornerstone of GPF to all four corners of the world. It has indeed been my humbling experience to have been able to share this moment with all of you and each and every last one of you. I would hope, too, that you shared and enjoyed the time that you spent here in this city that we know is much too busy to hate. Thank you this evening, and God bless you.